Good morning, guys. Today we're asking the question, when will the next crypto bull run start? And this is such an important question to ask right now because we are sitting on the trigger. We're ready to buy crypto and we want to build our portfolio. And so I think it's a very important question to ask, when will the bull run start? Now, Dion, just before we get into this, you always tell me that Bitcoin and Ethereum will first run before the altcoin season start. Just explain to me quickly, how does that work?
So basically, just looking at the past data, normally before the altcoin seasons have started, it has started with all the big coins. So it's always first Bitcoin that starts running, then Ethereum. And some people look at Ethereum to outperform Bitcoin as a next sign. And then the big altcoins start running like DOT and ADA and so on, the big old coins that have been around for quite a while, the bigger projects, and then the smaller coins start running after that. So this is from previous history, we've noticed that's kind of the trend.
Yeah, so that's very important, and so that's why if we can identify a long-term uptrend on Bitcoin, then we know that the altcoins will follow soon. And so that's why I think this question that we're asking today is very important. Now, Steve from the Crypto Crew University has a very long-term outlook on trading crypto, and he's been very successful. He's got more than 20 years experience in trading, and so that's why I love to just look at what he also has to say. Because I DCA and I'm maybe a little bit of a shorter term trader, it's sometimes difficult for me to go to a monthly chart and a weekly chart. I usually work on my 1 hour and my 4 hour charts, and also I look at the daily. So this is quite difficult for me, but I think it's very good information to make that decision. When are we going to start launching on the smaller coins? So the question that I have here today is, when will the next crypto bull run start? Now, when Steve analyzes the charts, he uses two charts. It's a monthly chart on a Bitcoin, and he also look at a 5D chart on Bitcoin. Now, I tried to set it up on my charts, and I couldn't find how to make a 5-day chart. I could make a 3-day chart, but I couldn't figure out how to make the 5-day chart. But my 3-day chart looked similar to his 5-day chart. So that's the only thing that I couldn't figure out how to do. But okay, so on a monthly chart, he used the stochastic RSI, and he puts that on a 20 level, and then he also uses a 21 moving average. And then on the 5-day chart, he's got the Gaussian channel. Now, to go to that stochastic RSI, what he's looking for, this on a monthly chart, he's looking for the stochastic RSI on the 20 level to go below the 20 level, and then to dip upwards and to cross to the top. And then the moment it breaks to the top, then that is his first of 3 signals to enter the trade. His second signal is on the 5-day chart, and he uses this Gaussian channel, and he wants this red color to turn back to green. The moment it turns back to green, then that's a buy signal. You can see here, if you look, if you would have bought on these previous times when the Gaussian channel turned to green, you would have really caught the up run in a tremendous great way. Okay, and so then the third signal that he uses is the 21 moving average on the monthly chart again. So when he has a full candle, meaning the open, close, high and low of that candle is above the 21 moving average, and the 21 moving average in essence is a support for the candles, then that's a signal for him. So without further ado, I want us to look at his video, and then we can discuss it for a moment.
How do you know precisely when you can call that bear market over and it's time to start looking forward to the next bull run? 3 simple steps. We're going to start with step 1. What I want you to do is we're on the monthly chart and we've got the stochastic RSI. This has helped us correctly predict the past 2 mega crashes, and it's going to help us predict when those mega crashes are over. The stochastic RSI is at the bottom, and you have this level right here on the white. That's the 20 level. What you basically want to do is look at the stochastic RSI, and when it dips its head above this 20 level, that's step number 1. We need it to be above the 20. That's how you know we're out of the bear market. But that's only step number 1. Step number 2 is you need to go to the Gaussian channel on the 5-day chart, and you just pull up the Gaussian channel with the custom settings that are there. What you're looking for is a change from red to green. When we're changed from red to green, that's the end of the turmoil. That's the end of the bear market. You can see in 2014, change from red to green. That's when the bull market started. How about in 2011? Change from red to green. That's when the bull market has started. You do not want to miss out on all of these profits. So if the change from red to green is incredibly important. Right now we're red. We're still in the bear market. We still got a ways to go. We need to change from red to green on the 5-day chart. Now, mind you, step number 1 has to be true at precisely the same time that step number 2 is true. Meaning, if you go to step number 1 and you're like, hey, we have the stochastic RSI above here, but we have not changed to green. Guess what? The bear market is not officially over yet. You need a yes here at the same time that you have a yes here. And now I'll give you the 3rd step, because you're going to need 3 consecutive yeses to know that we are out of the bear market. And by the way, when we're officially out of the bear market, that's when you should definitely load up if you haven't already. This is not financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor, but I'm trying to save you a lot of headache and maximize your profits. Step number 3. Step number 3 is you're going to be on a monthly chart and you're going to draw the 21 MA. The 21 MA is this green line. And when prices hold the green line as support on a monthly candle at the same exact time that we did step 1 and step 2, when all 3 steps are yes, we're out of the bear market finally. Those are the 3 steps. What do I mean? Is this above as support? No, you want to be above as support. This is our candle to say, hey, we're officially out of the bear market. It's time to go to the moon. How about back here? We're officially out and closing above. This was the candle that told us the bear market is officially done and we are off to the races. Same with the candle right here. This candle was, hey, bear market is done. It's time to get incredibly bullish. And again, we want step number 1, step number 2, and step number 3 to be true at the same time.
Hey, Dion, so that's what Steve had to say, and it's excellent. I like that he used different indicators and different time frames to figure out where's the bottom of the market. So now I got a question for you. Do you feel that the bull run has started yet, and why do you think it has or it hasn't?
So I think that it has started, yes. I like his method, and I like the fact that he uses three indicators and the different time frames as well. So that's good. He doesn't just rely on one, like for instance the stochastic on its own. It could remain bearish and under that 20 level for months, so it's not a entirely good indication just on its own. So I like the fact that he's got the other indicators as well, and that he wants all of them to play together and then decide that is his move. So I like his strategy. What I just also look at is this is the monthly chart. So there's a very strong support here, and once we've broken just the market structure, so you can see that on weekly we've got 3 weekly candles or monthly candles that we have held the support there. And if you go just a little bit lower, so that's the monthly chart. On the weekly, you can see that we've broken the structure, so that's normally an earlier indicator just to show that we've broken. So the structure was basically, I can just highlight it. yeah, maybe. So once we've broken that structure there, so that candle there broke out and it got a solid rejection and it's above that now. So that's to me a good indication that we've found a bottom there and we're now slowly but surely going above. So, I would only be nervous again once we break below. It was basically the 20,000. So if we break below the 20,000 and below this weekly support line, so I think we found the bottom there and support above it, and we're now trading above that and even above the next level, which was there 22,600, was basically the next market structure. So we've broken above that as well, and we're finding support above it. So we might come back to retest, but to me, I don't think we'll come this low again. So I definitely think the bottom is in, and that the altcoin season has started. The other things that we also look at is, one, this fear and greed index. So a while ago, the fear and greed index was very low. Yeah, it was like at extreme fear, and that's normally the time to buy. It's normally there when the markets change, and when everyone is that scared, that's a good time to get in. And at the moment, we're trading like at a neutral zone, and which also indicates that that's kind of a good area to get in before the altcoin season starts. And then this other indicator that we look at and is fairly reliable is this blockchaincenter.net altcoin season index page. So what they do is, according to them, you can see it is altcoin season. So what they do is they take the 50 best the top 50 coins, and if 75% of those trade better than Bitcoin, then they say that it is altcoin season. And that has been happening. So at the moment, 82% of the top 50 coins are outperforming Bitcoin. And they have this graph here. So you can see that we're doing well here in the altcoins. And we've been seeing it ourselves, Joseph. The altcoins have really started performing well. So yeah, according to them, as altcoin season, I think the bottom is in. So according to me, yes, I think it's altcoin season. It might be just a bit before Steve, but why would we wouldn't want to miss out on quite a few good trade opportunities. And I think if we just trade safe, trade with stop losses on my side, and you always trade with your seven backup trades, so you don't put all your money in immediately. So in case there's a bit of a pullback, so I think it's time to rock and roll with altcoin season. Yes.
Yeah. So Dion, I just want to quickly share my screen here. So in our previous session, we talked about the BAT coin, and the BAT stands for Basic Attention Token, and so I wanted to show you here on my chart. So I put a 4-hour BAT coin chart on here, and then on my tester, what I did, I got a 7 safety orders that I'm using. The safety orders are stacked every 10%. There's a safety order, but what I'm doing is I'm actually increasing my safety orders as I'm going down. So on this trade, I'm using $493 in total. So my first order is $10, and then $15, and then $22.50. So I increase it to a 50%. So in total is 8 trades, 7 safeties, and 1 base order. And then the way I enter into my trade is I actually go on the 1 hour on the RSI when I dip below the 30. That's my entry. And then what I saw is over this past year, in this tremendous down run, I was actually able to still make 54.71% profit on this BAT coin. And because I increased my trading volume on each of my safety orders, I was still able to fairly quickly get out of the trade. So if I just open up my chart here, and you can see my biggest drop was right here from the 3rd of April is when I took profit, and then I entered in another trade when BAT went below the RSI on the 4 hours, and then from that moment I had to enter one 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 safety orders. All 7 of my safety orders entered, and then I was able to get out of that trade on the 24th of June. So it was a little bit a bad time, being in a trade for April, May and June. So it was almost 3 months in a trade, but then I was able to cash out on a profit, and then obviously then a lot of safety orders could trigger again. And so even if you would have bought right at the worst possible time in March, before BAT went down, with doing a DCA trading, you still would have made some money. But this Bitcoin will probably do far better than probably 2x if in a bull run. So this is very exciting for me. Okay, so that's just an observation there, guys. I think altcoin season is very close. We might have a pullback of Bitcoin back to the $20,000 level, but then if it hits support there, then we're pretty sure it's going to go up. We're going to be back tomorrow again with another trading signal, and hopefully some of you were able to make that 4% on a Bitcoin trade and also on this BAT trade. Thank you for joining us. See you tomorrow. Thank you, Dion.
Thanks, Joseph. Great, guys. See you tomorrow.